Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Chris Silberg, Research Analyst in Omdia's Service Provider Transformation Practice at Omdia, and the Programme Manager for this year's Connected Home Summit at Broadband World Forum. I am very happy to be joined by Maria Abello, the Senior Manager for the Connected Home Strategy at Liberty Latin America, to talk a little bit about what she and her colleagues are working on in the connected home and what's next for the future. Maria, thank you for joining me.
Thanks, Chris.
Okay, so Maria, we understand that Liberty Latin America are deploying actually right now a smart Wi-Fi solution to their subscribers. Could you give me some more details on what this deployment looks like?
Yeah, now we are developing a smart Wi-Fi solution in Liberty Latin America. This is a cloud-based solution, and we expect to cover all the markets in Central America, Caribbean, and South America. It's a complete solution that for residential customer, and we have 4 pillars for that. We are including, first of all, in the customer modems, the smart Wi-Fi intelligence and optimizations with some functionalities that is, for example, band steering, channel optimization, airtime fairness, MDU also optimization. The second one is the visibility and common view of Wi-Fi, the quality of experience in the call center representatives, also with the technicians. And finally, in the business intelligence part, we have all this data to have some proactive actions or commercial actions, for customer experience actions, and the third, this is the customer app. Then we have the Wi-Fi management, also diagnostic and recommendations per device, for example, for the network and per device, and the same visibility for the customers. And finally, we have the mesh solution for larger homes and in the same ecosystem. And we expect to have this much better customer experience and to have a seamless connectivity for our customers. This is that we are expecting now.
That's fantastic. And you're really trying to pack a lot into there. I mean, we've gone from what you were saying there about the home user interface, which again has been one of our topics today, talking about actually bringing more intelligence so you can be proactive in enabling that customer experience and really delivering for your customers to bring out a better quality of service and quality of experience for them. Now, looking to the future, and another topic for today has been, right, at the moment, many operators around the world are building these platforms that are really focused on the Wi-Fi experience at the moment, but they've got one eye open for next year and later years in terms of the services which they can build out on top of those smart Wi-Fi solutions. So for you and Liberty Latin America, can you give us an idea of what services your smart Wi-Fi solution will help enable going forward?
Yeah, in the current platform, we think that we could develop some type of service, such as in the customer app, we can add, for example, parental control functionality, block devices over time, for example, in the same platform. And also some bandwidth administration for education in home or home office also. But special interest now in the Broadband World Forum, for example, is the full digital security, a complete solution also for the network and the per device. We know that the number of devices is increasing per home, and the trends show that the threats were double in a few months this year, for example. Yeah. Secondly, another interesting functionality is the motion detection using our or the customer existing Wi-Fi network for monitoring within wellness monitoring. And probably finally, also it's very interesting, the integrating voice assistant and Wi-Fi together. No, I think there are opportunities to improve the customer experience and also to explore in depth about that.
No, excellent. And certainly when you were mentioning there about wellness and kind of almost assisted living with the Wi-Fi motion detection, I know that's also come up several times with actually when I asked our panelists this afternoon to look into their crystal ball for which services they'll be looking to enable this year. Healthcare and assisted living came up much more forcefully than perhaps we'd have been talking about 12 months previously, before coronavirus and the pandemic. So that's perhaps a little bit about what's caught my eye at BBWF as well. What have been the subjects and topics that have been catching your eye and you've been really interested to hear more about this year?
For testing this year, you say? Yeah, probably for this home office, we think we are probably, or Wi-Fi motion, I think an interesting functionality to testing nearly for this live in the home, and also for who live alone, for example, those who care about them. I think we can do some trials about that. We're thinking about that.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, Maria, thank you very much for joining me today. It's been wonderful having you here to interview, and I hope you enjoy all the rest of your time at this year's Broadband World Forum.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks.